Good morning, everybody. This is Yin Yang, finally, 3 minutes late, with Morsels of a Thought, number 1113. 1113 is a Friday focus, and today's Friday focus is on something called Megan's Law. Megan's Law is uh, whew, what is it? Um, it's a law where people have to go onto a list if they have committed certain crimes. And hold on, I'm gonna look at this laptop to make sure. Oh, Doc V, you are helping me a lot. Let me see. I gotta get this over here and try to make sure that it's focused nicely. All right, so Megan's Law is something where what happened in my life is that there was drama over this last week. Like so much drama. You would not believe the police were involved at least 2 times, at least. And that I wasn't there, but it happened. And apparently, I was the subject of somebody that is on the Megan's Law list. And they were catching him looking at me funny, and I didn't see it, but apparently this person was planning on something and escaping to another country, Guatemala, as a matter of fact. So what you do is you go to Megan's Law, Meganslaw, no other things in it, no quotes, no uh, quotation marks or anything. And you just go and look, and they tell you to look for, like, show that you're not a um, robot. So I'm going to read this. I'm going to read this set of quotes that I've got. I think I have to go from up here. Okay, so adults project the eroticized desire outwards, creating a monster to hate, hunt down, and destroy. What happened to me is a perfect example of the hysteria my book is about. And that's by Judith Levine, author of the book Harmful to Minors, The Perils of Protecting Children from Sex. Florida Governor Jeb Bush, who planned on running for president in 2012, said, "These are a group of people who are the sickest of the sick. They are truly perverts, and it's not curable. Instead of civil detention, we ought to make sure these pedophiles are locked up forever." And Janice Bellucci, attorney and founder of California RSOL, I think it means Registered Sex Offenders List. Sex offenders come from all walks of life. Some grew up in the ghetto, some grew up in Beverly Hills. They're like everybody else. Ooh. All right. And then researcher Michael Cito. And he says, not all sex offenders who target children are pedophiles, and not all pedophiles are sex offenders. And that's in a book by Laura Kane, Is Pedophilia Asexual Orientation? And that's in the Toronto Star, December 23rd, 2013. Here's one by Patty Wetterling. These are human beings who made a mistake. If we want them to succeed, we're going to need to build a place for integrating them into our culture. Right now, you couldn't walk into a church or community meeting and say, I was a sex offender, but I've gone through treatment. I now have this lovely family, and I am so grateful to be a part of this community. There is no place for success stories. Nobody believes them. Judge Richard Posner, Seventh Circuit Appeals Court in Billow versus Wall, said, pedophilia is a lifelong affliction for which there is no treatment. Coupled with the particularly devastating consequences of their conduct, these offenders pose a unique and perhaps insurmountable challenge for conventional law enforcement techniques. Now, I'm going to pause the quotes for a second. My involvement in this scenario was to write a letter saying that I had interacted with the guy, one of the two, asking him to take care of a tool of mine, a pliers that had been rusted shut. And so he did it for me. He got the WD-40, 3-in-1 oil, all that stuff, and he's working on it for quite a while. And that was fine. And I said to the management of the building, I said, it's fine if they work here, as long as when they look at me, I'm a human being to them, not just a potential target. And so that is what it ended on yesterday, and hopefully the drama is over now. I think I've got a handle on it. I just want to read more quotes. Michael Farnsworth said, Michael Farnsworth, who stepped down as head of Minnesota's sex offender program amid a political tug of war during the 2003 elections, laws based more on myth than fact, blah, blah, says the attorney general at the time was, I'm going to be tough on crime. The governor is soft on crime and soft on sex offenders. The governor was declaring that he was not going to allow any sex offenders out on his watch. The message patients in the program got was, it doesn't matter how hard you work or whether you might recover, you're not getting out. So if you want to undermine a program, that's the best way to do it. Get the chief executive officer of your state to tell them that no matter how hard they work, they'll never get out. At that point, I said, I can't do this work anymore. Here, Lori Myers, president of Massachusetts Community Voices, responding to the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court's 2009 ruling, the GPS law could not be applied retroactively. She said, I think this is an open invitation for any pedophile or sex offender to molest any kid they want in Massachusetts, because you know what? It's open season, and the courts time and time again send that message. Patty Wetterling. Everybody wants to out-tough the next legislator. I'm tough on crime. No, I'm even more tough. It's all about ego and boastfulness. Now, if we ever change laws, we do need to have those lists public. I noticed that there was a disclaimer on the California one. It says that if it's informational only, and that they also don't allow legal limits on disclosures. The state law does not allow offenses other than the crimes for which this convicted sex offender is required to register to be disclosed here. So if the guy committed a short-term, like a petty theft or something, that's not allowed to be put on the record, on the list. Now, I found both of our maintenance workers to be on this list. And as a matter of fact, one of them, I was friendly with them, but I wasn't, expecting them to target me. And they each apparently were targeting me separately. One of them in a more provocative way. So I wanted to focus on the Megan's Law situation right now. Apparently, our laws are not up to par with the current circumstances, but I will declare that as long as they work here, and as long as I have my pepper spray around my neck, they're going to work here, treat me like a human being, and that's it. You see? So that's my message to the universe today. Okay, I will talk to you again tomorrow. Tomorrow is a rules day. Okay, old Kinderhook. Bye-bye.